I've known him as a saxophone player first, and heck, there are a lot of saxophone players around. But this guy is not only a great saxophone player and doubler, but he's a great jazz bass clarinet player. He's my inspiration on that. So if you've never heard him play bass clarinet as well, it's great. So he's had his own big band for many years. Let's see, I'm reading my notes here. He's a 34-year career. And
years old.
200 big band arrangements he's done. And for schools, but also for his own big band in New York. And he's had some Grammy nominations, 4 Grammy nominations. He won Grammy for one of his big band CDs in 2001. And he's just a heck of a great musician. And he's now on the faculty of USC, and we're colleagues there together. So I'd like to present to you Bob Mintzer.
Great to be here and great to see you all, and let's see where this all goes. I'm as curious as you are to see how this all develops.
Bob just got back from a trip with Yellow Jackets. He's been with Yellow Jackets for how many years?
19th year.
19th year with Yellow Jackets. So.
Not one argument.
I can't believe that. But I just got back from, where was it, Oregon?
We were in Singapore and Japan.
Singapore, yeah.
And I woke up at 2 a.m. ready to eat dinner.
Another group that he was with in the past I didn't mention was Jaco Pastorius, and this is probably where I became aware of him as an exceptional player. His style comes out of John Coltrane, I would say, and together with Michael Brecker, I think when I was listening to Michael, Bob was right in there with him, one of the foremost players out of New York. So what we thought we'd do today, because we're just concentrating on writing and not on playing so much, is we examine some scores and some influences that Bob has had. So on the CD, and what we have on the screen are the scores for 4 of the tunes that he's done, and they're very different from one another. So I think this is going to be really interesting. They're not all dyed-in-the-wool, same thing, you know. They're different. So we'll examine those with the audio, and one of them we don't have a score for was Priest Bailiffs, I understand. Pre-finale, so that's fine, but we have some influences that we're going to play as well. So,
you know, just in listening to this, I realized I should add one other thing that really is crucial in the arranging process here. I mean, as you can hear, I still have a really great band in New York, and these players just play so beautifully together. You know, part of my thinking when I write is to be sure that the players get to play, you know, and there's lots of room for improvisation and conversation and all that. So in this case, in the case of this piece, a lot of the writing was kind of framing the playing. It was really about the playing and the interaction of the improvisation. I mean, I think from having played piano, and I mean, one of the things I do when I sit at the piano just as an exercise is to take a melody and just try to voice it in a bunch of different ways and just kind of get comfortable with harmony moving with a melodic implication involved as well. It's a nice exercise, and I think you know, if you can do that a little bit, and it comes to writing an ensemble, you know, passage, you'll have the wherewithal and kind of a concept that you can draw upon, where you won't need the piano.
Hey.
okay, I think we need to go on to the next piece now. And before we do, I just want to mention to you that I got an email last night from Kevin Richardson. He's a trumpet player, a friend of mine, and he's in Vegas. And he said he can't come, but his daughter would very, very much like to come. She's 12 years old, and I think she's right up here. I there's hope in the youth, you know what I mean? Other than that, I don't see many students here, although we're all students.
It's not useless.
There's a piece, it was a ballet Stravinsky wrote called L'Histoire du Soldat. It's amazing, amazing writing and beautiful music, and I was just always taken by the sound of this, and I thought we'd just play a minute of it and then stop, and then I wrote a piece called Beyond the Limit, which is this piece without rhythm section, and you'll hear, actually,
There's no score.
A sonority that Stravinsky used a lot that I just stumbled onto on the piano, which is this kind of sound. Yeah, and I kind of threw that into this little ostinato figure where I was sort of this, a little bit of a R&B groove with some kind of interesting, colorful, jarring voicings perhaps, and you know, something where classical music and jazz meet. But anyway, let's play a little bit of that L'Histoire. I actually played that piece with some of the orchestras in New York, and it's just, to me, a very interesting spin on, you know, his interpretation of jazz music, but his sonorities just were so soulful and warm and amazing. You know? Anyway, so I thought, let me write this piece. I'm no Stravinsky, but I'd like to somehow borrow some essence of that way of writing and use the big band instrumentation to write this piece. So this is called Beyond the Limit.
Beyond the Limit, yeah. There's no score on this.